Hello and welcome to another episode of the Cosmic Girly Cello Chronicles podcast. I am your host, JM. It is lovely to be with you today. I'm sitting by my patio doors in my house today and it is beautiful sunshine and it is making me very happy because it makes me think, yay, and I'm going to jinx this by saying this, spring and or summer is at least on the way. Really sorry to any of those of you who have just hung out your washing and are now listening to this episode. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway... Today, diving straight in, today I'd like to talk about the things that I really, really, really wish I knew before I'd become a professional cellist, or even the things I wish I had known before becoming a cellist at all, full stop. Like, if I could redo my time again, I mean, would I change my mind? Probably not. Would I still do the same thing? Probably yes. But I would have some thoughts on the following. So do you know what? The first thing that I really, really wish I'd known before becoming a professional cellist is the stupid comments and the jokes. The stupid comments and the jokes that are just not funny. Including, but not limited to, oh, don't you wish you'd played? No, I do not. No, I have no interest in the piccolo. No, I do not wish I played the violin. No, and actually, speaking of the violin, so I do play violin anyway. I had to learn violin for various reasons through music college. But even with the violin, when people look at my cello and go, oh, how do you get that under your chin then? Dude, do you really think you're the first? Notice I said dude, because it's almost always guys. I'm really sorry, but it's almost always guys who come up with that one. Do you really think... God, I've gone straight into a rant. Do you really think you're the first person to have cracked that not joke? No, you're not. No, not even slightly. And then my favourite, which I know has actually gotten several musicians into trouble going through airports and security checks. Questions like, oh, what's in your case? Is it a machine gun? Really? This is not The Sopranos. This is not The Godfather. This is me trying to get through Birmingham International without getting in trouble. Dude, stop talking. Just stop. And by the way, how do I get it under my neck? I don't, but I'd love to demonstrate getting it under yours. Just let me pull the spike out 1 second. God, that's a bit vicious. Yeah, I would, yeah. First and foremost, it's the stupid comments. They just stress me out. Just really stress me out. Just so much. But I think it's just because it's relentless and it's just everywhere you go. There's always someone. And if I'm walking around, so if you've ever seen me or if you've ever, like, on my socials or if you've ever seen me in person, you will know that Sid is in a black BAM case that goes on my back and Melissa is in a red store case that also goes on my back. So they carry like backpacks. And I'm walking along and you could see people looking at me funny because it's like they can see the top of the cello sticking out the back. And then just as they get close enough, they go, oh, I thought that was a balloon. No, it's not a balloon rigidly attached to the back of my head. No, it's a cello. Oh, boy. And actually, thinking about the size of the cello as well. Honestly, I could do this. This I could do all day. This podcast, I'm going to keep this under 15 minutes. I'm determined. This podcast I could do all day. So even if I've got my cello on my back and people can see that I'm unable to squeeze through tight spaces and turning sideways is going to be a problem. And that, I've moved, I've dodged around and they know the cello is on my back. And then they'll just if I'm walking towards them on a pavement, they'll just walk at me or give me less room to walk past. Like, what? Bruh, what do you want me to do? Should I just take it off my back and shrink it down and then squeeze past? What? Tell me, please. Please explain. Help me out here because I am so confused. Okay. To be fair, I think it's probably just as well I got that one out the way first. The stupid comments and the stupid behaviour, because honestly, I could just go on all day, but I'm not going to. I promise I won't. But it really drives me up the wall. So, it's not funny. After for 40 odd years, it's just not funny. It's still just not funny. I appreciate the super awesome comments. Oh, amazing, you're a musician, or yay, go arts, or woohoo, live cellist, yay, as opposed to dead cellist. Live performance cellist, woohoo, let's go, or whatever. Live cellist? Yeah, I love stuff like that. I do love the lovely comments, but I just think the jokes, they're just so old. And 40 years of the same jokes, like, if you've had those jokes since you were 6, and especially being especially undiagnosed autistic, where you just don't understand people's sense of humour, it doesn't make it any easier. Anyway, so the next thing I think, which still makes me a little bit sad today, having just chopped them all off again, is not being allowed to have long nails. Man, I look at some of these beautiful nails on people and I'm like, oh my God, their nails are so pretty, and look how long and well kept they are, and they're tidy and pretty nail polish. And then I look at mine, which look like they've been gnawed at by rats, because I'm constantly picking at them to keep them short, because it's like, oh, I've forgotten to cut my nails again, or I've forgotten to look after my nails again, and now they're too long, and now I'm performing, and now I need to hack them down, and it's just terrible. And I do, every so often, I do put like, I might even do this today. Do you know, I might even do this today. I might even put like a clear nail polish and then maybe a colour. But more often than not, I just don't bother, because I know that I'm going to end up hacking at my nails because I've let them grow too long and I've forgotten to trim them, or I'm doing something that's brutal in thumb position and I need my nails to be shorter than my nail bed. Oh, God, pain. And actually, I mean, don't just love the way these segue. Next up, oh my God, the initial pain of being, wow, thumb position, right? So this is where you don't just use your mega digits, wow, your main digits. So like your first, your middle, your ring and your pinky fingers. Like, this is where you get your thumb involved as well. So you're up the fingerboard and, you know, you're up in the gods, making the most highest noises that you can possibly make. And you have to get your thumb involved. But that means you have to roll your fingers like even further over onto their fingertip, which means the nail needs to be so short. It's like you're constantly hacking down into the nail bed. So just the world's shortest nails. I mean, to be honest, sometimes I'm like, are there cellists out there who have just said, you're not, screw it, I don't need nails, which is terrifying and also slightly sickening. But I do wonder, is there a cellist out there who's thought, screw it, I don't need nails, there's just no point at this stage. That's grim. I don't want to think about that anymore. But yeah, I miss, not that I can miss, but I love the idea of having longer nails. That would be so pretty. So pretty. Something else I wish I had known before becoming a professional cellist. I have a mobile upper body gym. Like my arms and shoulders and torso are so toned from all the walking that I did as a kid with my cello. So like I would carry all my school books and then all my music books and my cello to and from school. And that was probably that walk was probably about 1.5 miles, which I would do every day and did every day, school days, for like 4 years. And consequently, my upper body is so toned, it's ridiculous. And then, of course, cellist, you're supposed to sit upright, you know, with your back supported, like straight back and all the rest of it, so you don't get yourself backache, which means my core is really super toned as well. I don't think I'd have had as solid pregnancies as I did have. I had two 11-pound babies 16 months apart. And I don't think my core would have been able to handle it had I not been a cellist. Kind of, to this day, I think, thanks, cellos, because I really do believe you helped me out there. Honestly, I don't understand what was going on with my body. So yeah, Insta gym. People ask me, do you go to the gym? No, the only time I've been to the gym is for about a year when I was going to the gym to hula hoop. I had just quit cello. That's another podcast that'll be coming up soon. I had just quit cello and was like, well, I need to stay in shape somehow, but I didn't really like going to the gym. So I was like, I love hula hooping. Let me hula hoop. And that's how I stayed fit. But yeah, mobile gym, man. Mobile gym's awesome. Do you know what? Everyone thinks when it comes to things that they wish they'd known before X, Y, and Z, they always think it's negative stuff. I have positive things as well. Like, as well as having a mobile gym, I really love the travel opportunities and, you know, the meetings with amazing people and the communities that I get to be involved in. Like, some of them are absolutely incredible. The people are amazing, and I love their visions and the ideas that they have for creativity within music. It's just so cool to see it happening. I have, thanks to the circles I've been moving in lately, I now have some new ideas coming to fruition, which I think I've mentioned in another episode. But I'm really excited about those, and that's happening because of the people that I've gotten to meet through playing my cello and then travelling up and down the country and around the world. Like, those opportunities have come to me as a result of being a professional cellist. Travelling with orchestras and then travelling for solo gigs. Like, orchestra work has taken me around most of Europe, and some places in the Caribbean, and America and Canada. And then the solo work has taken me to all around the UK and to America again. And it's just so cool to have things like that under my belt, which I don't know. I mean, I may have found a way through another profession. I don't know. Actually, I suppose I did for a little while when I was a photographer, but not as satisfying perhaps or as rewarding as being a cellist. So yeah, the opportunities for seeing the world and meeting people and experiencing different cultures is just like, wow, absolutely incredible. But what's really interesting is, off the back of that one, something else I wish I'd known before becoming pro is managing and coping with the starving artist mindset, which was my own for a while. I don't really have it so much anymore. I very much know if this particular gig is going to cost me, then the answer's no. But it is really hard because the arts, you know, it's a struggling industry in some aspects, but not all. And it is getting yourself into the right part of the industry to not be struggling. And it is recognising that there are so many musicians out there, so many artists, music artists, who are making tons of money, so much money. And it's frustrating when another musician comes along, because they're stuck in starving artist mindset. They're like, oh, there's no money in music. And it's like, there is. You just got to go find it. You just got to go to the place where the money is at. It might not be where you are at, or the money is there. It's just not enough for you in any given moment. Man, that's a whole episode. I'm going to make a note of that one. That is a whole episode. So yeah, starving artist mindset. Having moved out of my own, now I have to manage other people's, because it feels inflicted on me to say, well, here is a gig. We need you to perform for 6 hours after all of the practice you've done at home, and cover your insurance and cover your travel, blah, blah, blah. And it's £150. And loads of people might say, £150, that's a bargain. That's loads of money. And it's like, well, no, it's not. Because once I've done all the stuff behind the scenes and then turned up, actually, I'm paying out. I'm paying to be there. It's me paying the money to be there. So that's been really, really hard. Oh, do you know what? Last thing I wish I'd known before specifically becoming a professional cellist is people's love of Elgar. Is the assumption that I can use and abuse Elgar to my heart's content. I can walk into a room, and if I need people to, like, if it's a wedding gig, whatever, or a private gig, I can silence the room by playing the first couple of bars of Elgar Cello Concerto. I don't need to know the rest. I don't need to be able to play the rest. I can play the first few bars, and everyone's like, ooh. And it's like, cool, okay, now I can play what I want. It's really cool. It's terrible, but it's really cool. It's using and abusing Elgar. But I'm not sorry, because I'm not a fan of Elgar Cello Concerto. But that's just me, and that's just fine. We talked about this in an earlier episode. It's fine. It's fine, okay? It's fine. But yeah, people's love of Elgar and the assumption that I also love Elgar because I play the cello. No, that is not how this works. Anyway, I said I was going to keep this under 15 minutes, and then I started ranting. God. I would love to know, if you are an artist, if you are a creative of any kind, what do you wish you had known, good or bad? What do you wish you had known before you started in your profession, in your career, in your creativity? What do you wish you had known? I would love to know. Drop me a message or leave something in the comments, and I'd love to get a conversation going, because honestly, I love knowing where other people are at. It's really, really cool. If you have enjoyed today's episode, thank you so much. If you haven't enjoyed it, I'm really sorry, but kind of not. Sorry. Maybe you'll enjoy the next one, I don't know. But if you've enjoyed today's episode, thank you so much. Please do leave a comment. That would be amazing. If you've really enjoyed it, give me a subscribe or a follow wherever you're listening, whether that's on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts. I'm going to try and upload this to other platforms as well. I need to jump on that. But I really, really appreciate the support. It's been so lovely having some messages from you guys. It's so great. It really, really makes my day. So thank you so much. And I will see you on the next episode. Have a great day. Bye.